Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I got 8 more agate nodules to cut today. These are from the Gila Bend mountain range area, just outside of Phoenix, Arizona. So let's walk through these and see what we're cutting. Alright, first up we got a very light skinned nodule. Again, you've heard me say this before, these are typically solid quartz, but there's no windows on this one, so I don't know. And light doesn't appear to go all the way through it real well. So I'm hoping that these fractures don't go more than husk deep, and we got a banded pattern on the inside. Alright. Next up, another one it's a little darker than the last one on the husk, but it is fairly light. See a little bit of chalcedony right there, can't tell if it's banded. It does have a little bit of light passing through this one, so it could be quartz, it could be light, clear and white agate, don't know. Alright, next up we've got this. It's a little bit bigger of a nodule. Looks like it came out of the host more recently. It's got darker husk on it. So I can't really tell on these little windows what's going on. It doesn't appear to be like banded agate. So this might be a mix. So, history. I got another little nodule, a little bit of a window there, looks like banded agate, maybe some quartz. I don't know, maybe, yeah, it just looks like a little banded window. But again, it could just be husk deep. But I don't see any fractures. Oh, a few little ones. Nothing major in the husk, so hopefully that one holds together pretty good. All right. This is more of a round nodule. I think these fractures are just in the husk. So they were probably in the gas bubble edges when this thing formed. No window showing exactly what's going on. They're not deep enough. All right. And this one looks like it's got some banded agate on the top section, maybe. And maybe the rest of this is going to be a moss agate. If there's any banded agate, it's just going to be really thin. I think this is mostly going to be a moss. Alright, and these next two are kind of big, but they're really flat. This one's showing a little bit of banded agate and some quartz. Hopefully the quartz is just on the edge. I think this one I might try to cut up this direction. So kind of like right here, just outside of that window, but up through the thick part of this stone. Can't tell if this is a fracture in the stone or if it's just from the edge of the bubble. I don't see it on that side, but I want to try to come up on this side of it, whatever it is. And last up, it's kind of another one of those flat, but it's flat on one end and it starts to get really thick again. But it's got a window showing a little bit of banded agate around quartz crystal center. So I want to cut it in the thicker part, but I want to cut it as far away from this quartz as possible. So I don't know, maybe I'll cut it across this way right here before it starts to get thin. We'll see. Alright, let me get these on the saw, get them cut, and we'll see what's on the inside of them. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright, back from the saw. Let's start with this moss agate, see if this is any good. Alright, it's fairly good. It is a little pitted, not too bad. Nice color, nice mix. Alright, not too bad. Alright, next up, let's go through the rest of these little agate nodules. And today we ended up with, alright, mostly quartz on this one. A little bit of a geode pocket up on top there. Looks like it almost had a floater, but turned back to quartz. Looks like a pair of mittens. Alright. Okay, so that round one, again, I was trying to cut it down the middle, but I was off. Let's see, it didn't really matter, it was mostly quartz. And it's got a fracture in it. At least I think it's a fracture. If so, it's healed. Could just be a line in the quartz too, where the crystals grew together. It's interesting looking though. It's kind of got some bands on the outside and something going on right here. Maybe a little bit of water level banding right here. Yep, right here. All right. Cool. Next up. All right. Just hoping for that. All right, well, the banding that is in this one is really nice. It's about a third banding and 2/3 quartz. But the banding is pretty cool looking. And the quartz is clean, so if anybody wants a polished pair like this, it's a nice one. Alright. Next up. Oh, this one's kind of different. It does have some quartz, but it's really tightly packed. It's got some banding going around that. Very translucent. It's got that color shift in it, where it just changes colors. And then you can see this fracture right here inside the stone. But it's pretty neat looking. Almost a little color. All right. So this is that one. I was hoping it would turn into something. Let's see if it did. Ooh, started to get a floater, and it's got some banding on the outside. It does have a fracture going across here. But yeah, that quartz is really cool looking. It's all feathery. Nice banding too. That would look good polished. Same with this side. Floater's a little smaller than it is over here. All right, very cool. Two left. All right, and high hopes for this one. I was hoping that this quartz would go away. Let's see if it did. Oh, the quartz did not go away. Banding got pretty thick over here. And then you got a floater in the middle. That's pretty cool looking. Although this little depression here looks like it was a kind window, you lose a little bit of the pattern. So I'm guessing that was a chip. You don't see it on this side. That floater is really cool looking. Nice banding. This side would look really great polished. Not saying this side wouldn't, but it is going to have that break in the pattern. All right. Last up. So I started cutting through this end, and it cut really quick, and then all of a sudden it slowed back down again, so boom. Yeah, I had some kind of gunk on this side where it didn't fully form. But look at the interior of this one. That is really crazy. Definitely worth polishing at some point. That is pretty cool. Love that crazy pattern, especially that. And then this side, just as cool. That's definitely different. This side's even got some water level banding in it. That's really nice. Alright, that is the last one in this video. I want to thank everybody for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Have a good day. Bye.